The Odyssey, Episode 2, The Blind Cyclops and Poseidon's Curse. Countering from disadvantage with calm and strategy. Trapped in a dead end by a monster 10 times your size. Isn't that what peak crisis feels like in real life?
A lot, actually. But true masterminds never use brute force. When reality locks you under unbearable pressure.
You get him drunk on sour wine and tell him your name is nobody?
Ha! Classic Odysseus. Let's see how he used the most absurd name to play the coldest game of chess. Leaving the smoking ruins of Troy, Odysseus set sail for Ithaca. But vengeful winds blew his fleet into forbidden waters, landing them on the savage land of the Cyclops. Deep inside a giant cavern, his men found storehouses of cheeses and sheep. Terrified, the warriors begged to take the food and flee. But Odysseus, driven by dangerous curiosity, insisted on waiting to meet the master of the cave. It was a fatal mistake. Thunder echoed as the cavern's master returned. Polyphemus, a gigantic one-eyed camel, son of the sea god Poseidon. With effortless power, he rolled a colossal boulder across the doorway, sealing them in total darkness. Odysseus stepped forward, invoking the gods for hospitality. But the monster merely laughed, mocking the gods, and in a horrific flash devoured two warriors raw.
Oh no! That rock is impossible to move. They can't even fight him!
Brute force meant instant annihilation. If they killed the sleeping beast now, they would remain entombed forever behind the giant stone. The next evening, Odysseus put his cold intellect to work. He approached the monster with a bowl of deadly potent wine. Relishing the drink, the intoxicated giant promised Odysseus a guest gift and demanded his name. Odysseus looked the Titan straight in his single eye and calmly replied, "My name is Nobody."
Wait! Nobody? What kind of answer is that? Wouldn't the giants suspect something?
To an arrogant monster, human names meant nothing. He was so drunk and contemptuous, he laughed. "Then my gift to you, Nobody, is this. I shall eat you last." As the beast collapsed into a drunken stupor, Odysseus and his men moved. They took a massive olive stake, heated its tip in the fire until it white hot, and plunged it deep into the monster's single eye. The Cyclops shrieked in agony, roaring to the other giants outside. "Friends, nobody is killing me. Nobody is attacking me." Hearing this, the other giants shrugged. "If no one is hurting you, it must be a punishment from the gods." And they walked away.
Ha! That's brilliant!
At dawn, the blind monster opened the cave to let his flock out, carefully feeling the back of every sheep. But Odysseus had tied his men beneath the bellies of the thick-fleeced rams. Odysseus himself clung with bare hands to the lead ram. The giant paused, feeling the ram's wool, wondering why his favorite sheep moved so slowly today. Odysseus held his breath, seconds away from death, until the beast let it pass. Free at last. Safe upon the ocean, victory blinded Odysseus. Intoxicated by pride, he screamed across the waves. "If anyone asks who blinded you, tell them it was Odysseus, king of Ithaca." Hearing that name, the monster froze. A long-forgotten prophecy had warned him that a man named Odysseus would blind him. He had expected a giant warrior, not a clever mortal with a bowl of wine. Polyphemus raised his hands, praying to his father Poseidon, "Grant that Odysseus never reaches home, or let him return late alone to find his house in ruin."
He won so brilliantly. Why couldn't he just stay silent?
One moment of pride would haunt him for the next 10 years, and before he would ever see Ithaca again, every single one of his men would perish.
Next time, after angering Poseidon, Odysseus lands on Circe's island. What do you do when your whole crew gets turned into pigs?
The enchantress Circe. See how he turns enemies into allies with ultimate resilience.
If you loved today's story, hit like and subscribe. See you next time.